Welcome back, everyone. We're going to jump into math. We're on lesson 10-5, add using place value and partial sums. Those of you that were on Zoom yesterday, we went through several of these problems, so I hope that you're starting to get it. I can add 3-digit numbers using place value and partial sums. Let's start with our solve and share. Fancy. On Monday, 248 people visit the museum. On Tuesday, 325 people visit the museum. How many people visit the museum on Monday and Tuesday? Solve any way you choose. Be prepared to explain your thinking. Okay, so they didn't use the keyword in all, did they? And in all signals us to use addition. But it's asking how many people visited the museum on Monday and Tuesday. Now, it says solve any way you choose. So I noticed there's not a lot of room in here, and I could draw the place value blocks, but I'm not going to because we're going to be doing that in the lesson. So I'm going to show you the old school. 325 plus 248. Really simple. So what you do, if you need this help, hundreds, tens, ones. Start with the ones. 8 plus 5 is 13. Put the 3, carry the 1, and don't forget to add that 1. That can be one of the downfalls of using this method. A lot of people forget to count the 1. Add 4 plus 2, that's 6. And count your 1, 7. And then 3 plus 2 is 5. So you guys noticed that we had to regroup. Okay, so it's still showing you the regrouping just in a different way. All right. It's time for our lesson video.
Find 257 plus 384. You can draw blocks to show the addends. 257 is 2 hundreds, 5 tens, and 7 ones. 384 is 3 hundreds, 8 tens, and 4 ones. You can record the partial sums in a table. What are partial sums? Partial sums are the sum of the hundreds, the sum of the tens, and the sum of the ones. You can find them by adding hundreds to hundreds, tens to tens, and ones to ones. 200 plus 300 equals 500. 50 plus 80 equals 130. What is the sum of the ones?
Select your answer.
7 plus 4 equals 11. The partial sums are 500, 130, and 11. Next, add the partial sums to find the sum. 500 plus 130 plus 11 equals 641. So 257 plus 384 equals 641. Adding the partial sums helps you find the sum. Both addends are made up of hundreds, tens, and ones. So when you add the sum of the hundreds, tens, and ones, you find the sum of all the parts in the addends.
Using partial sums makes adding big numbers easier.
You can write out the addition like this. The digits are lined up by place value. It makes it easy to keep track of the place value of the digits and the partial sums.
All right. So I hope the video gave you a really nice visual of what this will look like for today. We're going to be using the partial sums. All right. We're going to start with our guided practice. All right, so the first one is almost all the way done for us, but it's not because the sum is not there. So we're going to have to add. So I'm looking at number 1 and I'm adding 0 plus 0 plus 3 is 3. Then I go to the middle. 6 plus 1 is 7. 5 plus nothing is 5. 573. All right, let's look and see what this little girl is saying. Keep place values in line when you write each partial sum. Okay, so it looks to me like they do not want us to draw it. Let's see here. 425 and 148. Okay. All right, so it's going to look a little different. We're not drawing the place value blocks this time. So hundreds. Oh, with my H. Line, tens, ones. Okay. So I'm going to write my first number, 394. Then I will write the second number, 276 plus. Okay. Now I'm going to do my hundreds. So if you look at the hundreds, 3 plus 2 is 5. So 500. Let's go to the tens. 9 plus 7. 9, put up 7 fingers. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 tens. Then go to the ones. And 10 ones. Okay, and then we're just going to add it up. 6 plus 0 is 6. Oh, it won't let me write it. Okay, I'll just write it here. Oh, I can't. 6. Okay, go to the tens. 1 plus 1 is 2. And then the hundreds. 5 plus nothing is 5. 526. All right, so they want us to add the partial sums again, but I guess we have to do it in a quicker way instead of drawing the entire thing. All right, here we go. So what we're going to do is count our hundreds. We have 3 plus 2 is 5, so we have 500 plus. Now, how many tens do we have? 4 plus 4 is 8. So we have 8 tens. Now go to the ones. 7 plus 2 is what? 9. And then we're going to add it. 8 plus 9 is 17. Carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 5 plus nothing is 5. All right, I messed up. That is not the answer. I don't know what I did in the problem. I'm sure one of you can catch it. So 7 plus 2, 7, 8, 9. 4 plus 4 is 8. 3 plus 2 is 5. That was really easy to just do it that way, wasn't it? So let's use some common sense here. I think the partial sums for me, and maybe for you as well, is easier drawn out because I'm starting to get confused myself. I'll try it again. So let me add up the number my way first. 9 plus 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. Carry the 1. 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 1 is 3. Carry the 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. All right, so if this is done right, then I should get 432. Let's see where Mrs. Stevens is going wrong. We start with our hundredths. There are 400. Let's go to the middle, our tens. 12. And our ones is 12. All right, Mrs. Stevens is not doing well with the partial sums, guys. It didn't come out right, and I'm sure somebody at home is probably saying, Mrs. Stevens, look what you're doing, you forgot to do this. And I'm sure that light bulb moment will come. It's Friday and I'm tired, and I know you guys are tired too. So if you want to use partial sums, and what we'll do on Monday, we're going to go over this. Mrs. Stevens is going to actually study partial sums herself, so that I can teach it the right way. I've never added that way before. I don't know, it just doesn't come natural to me, but it might come natural to you. So I'm gonna study up on that and find out where I went wrong, or maybe one of you can let me know. All right, so let's just finish this up. 8 plus 6 is 14. Whoops, what a big 4. Carry the 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. 4 plus 2 is 6. Very simple. 7 plus 3 is 10. 9 plus 6 is 15. Plus 1 is 16. Carry the 1. 4 plus 3 is 7. Plus 1 is 8. One more. 8 plus 7 is 15. 4 plus 1 is 5. Plus another 1 is 6. And 5 plus 3 is 8. So one thing, boys and girls, that we really need to work on is knowing our addition facts fast. You see how I was able to just say 8 plus 7 is 15 without having to use my fingers and count? That's what takes so long. So parents, if you're watching, or kids, make some flashcards and start getting to know these automatically. Now, there are a few of you that are really good with your math facts, and I think you're ready for multiplication. So with a couple of you, I'm going to give you a little bit more advanced stuff. All right, everybody. No assignment today. It is Friday. Catch up on some old things that you didn't do, and Mrs. Stevens will catch up on her knowledge of partial sums. All right, guys, maybe I'll see you in our Zoom. Bye.